Hello, my name is Morgan Arthur, and I'm enrolled in Faith Christian School of Distance Education, and I'm in Year 11. I've been reading many short stories for English this semester, including The Drover's Wife, Kill to Eat, and The Pit and the Pendulum. I've been studying a range of different themes, such as multiculturalism, assimilation, fear, and difference. I'm here to talk about some short stories I believe everyone should read at least once. The short stories I'll be discussing are Kill to Eat by Ugnaroon of the Nunukul, Harrison Bergeron by Kurt Vonnegut Jr., and The Open Window by Saki. I really enjoyed reading Harrison Bergeron because the concept of the story is completely different than anything I've ever read before. Kill to Eat is a story of multiculturalism centering around an Aboriginal family. The writer begins by writing about her family and her father's work with the white people. The story is about multiculturalism, which is the doctrine that many different cultures can live in the same country peacefully. Prior to reading the story, I had an accurate understanding of multiculturalism, but after I read the story, I learned about the Aboriginal and Australian form of multiculturalism, which I did not know about before. The story changed my perspective on the Aboriginal people. It made me think of them more as clever, resourceful people instead of the forest people I'd ordinarily picture them as. I recommend reading this story because you can learn about how the Aboriginals lived in the time that the story took place. This is a good story for a young reader, I'd say between 6 and 10, but if an older person's never read it before, I think you should definitely give it a try. The story Harrison Bergeron takes place in a future where everyone has to be equal. If one person is above average in any way, they're forced to wear a device that takes away their above average ability. For instance, George Harrison in the story has to wear a device that makes a loud sound every couple of minutes to keep him from thinking too much. I really liked the character Harrison Bergeron because he was the first of two characters to defy authority in the story. I changed my mind about difference. I learned it's much more important than I previously thought. This story is important because it will help you to understand how important it is that we're all different. I recommend this story to people studying difference and people that are looking for a good horror story to read. This story would suit people from ages 10 and up, but young people from age 13 to 18 might enjoy it more than other age groups. The Open Window by Saki is about a young lady that tells a lie to a man and scares him away. Then she lies to Mrs. Sappleton, the house owner, about the reason he ran away. What I love most about the story is the unresolved truth. The character Mrs. Sappleton said, "Here they are at last," which must have been the moment when Mr. Nattel's heart sank. I felt sorry for the guy because he believed ghosts were really coming. I changed my mind about the theme, truth. I'm used to seeing truth in a story as being black or white, but in this story it's blurry, which is different from other stories I've read before. This story is important because it will show us how you can use truth in a story to make it more interesting. I recommend this story to anyone that likes mysteries and people thinking about writing a mystery. The story would suit people of all ages, but is probably targeted to age 10 and up. I hope you give some of these stories a try because they're all great stories, and I think you'll really be glad you did.